This iceberg off with wait, can you hear me? All right, so let me start with this iceberg off with Trump is fascinated with hip hop for a reason. And it's really weird how a lot of MAGA supporters and Trump supporters don't really understand Trump's connection with hip hop. But Trump is more connected with hip hop than you know. And I think he respects hip hop a lot. Even though hip hop fucks, not fucks. Even though hip hop disses him a lot. He messes with hip hop a lot because, you know, he's freed A$AP Rocky. He's stood up for various rappers. He's benefited various rappers, Lil Wayne, etc. And while they think it's maybe because of some other reason to get cool with the black community, what it really is Trump respects myth makers. Trump himself is a myth maker. Trump is a big myth maker, a big liar or a bravado type of person. His main myth is basically make America great again, which is an old myth that is just basically being revived by Trump. So it's an old myth basically attending to the American roots, right? So it's going back to the American roots and he's basically reviving it from the dead. And, you know, he's being the figurehead of make America great. He's being the figurehead of the what is it called? The manifest destiny. He's literally trying to be the manifest destiny, and this is why people are behind him so much. Now, is he a great man? No, he is not a great man. He's an awful person, terrible person. We all know he's a liar, big liar, but that's a part of the charm, at least to the rural American people that are being brainwashed every day by their media and news outlets. With that being said, moving on to why he respects hip-hop so much. This is why I think Trump, this is an iceberg, but this is why Trump respects hip-hop so much. He respects hip-hop because hip-hop is full of myth makers. It's full of larger-than-life characters, full of people that are able to lyrically and instinctively put together what's on their mind and spew it out for the greater people or the landscape of hip-hop to consume. And hip-hop, being an MC, it has so many moving parts. Being an MC is different from being a rapper, right? Being an MC is more like your performance, right? And being a rapper is more like, okay, this is what you are, your identity and stuff like that. I would say Yeet wasn't much of an MC when he first started, right? He was terrible with his performance. He was terrible with his lane. He didn't really know what he was doing. But as he kept performing, he became a better MC, and now he's I feel like he's found his lane as a good MC. Before he was just a rapper, just made good songs. Hip hop has many lanes, it has many deep lanes to it, but the main thing I'm talking about is basically its ability to take what we're thinking of, our imagination, and associate it with associate things with other things using metaphors, similes, alliterations, allegories, allusions, basically to take these literary techniques and assign it either to themselves or a concept and make an entire song or entire piece of art a representation for something else. And that is art. That is the art of hip hop, right? The art of hip hop is rhyming, yes, basically like back in the old days with Shakespeare and all those things that were popular, like the old plays, Voltaire and stuff like that, where they would rhyme things and stuff when they would make stories. But they're making a story through not only them talking, but they're making a story through them rhyming. They're making a story through the beat. They're making a story through using other literary techniques that was not available, or was not, like, I don't think it was very well mapped out back in Shakespeare's day. So that is also a key to why he really likes them, because he has to make it. I don't even think that he's making like all these literary techniques. I don't think he's that literarily in tune, but he understands the intent, the soul behind what is hip hop. It is basically to craft something through vocals, through beats, through rhythm, something that is either bigger than yourself, or something that can also, it can be art, right? Bigger than yourself, or something that is a general instinctive vibe. That's why I talked about instinctive. So you could vibe to hip hop. When it was first being created, it was all about the vibes, right? It was all about going off of instincts. It was also about getting people hyped, getting people turned up. And now, you know, he's now it's kind of getting back to that. It comes in waves, and that's why I don't really mess with the old head rhetoric that, like, oh, hip hop is so bad now, hip hop is dying. Hip hop is not dying. It goes through phases. It goes through phases where we have hip hop being in a period of being artsy, right? Being very high conceptual, right? And then we go through periods, like, I would say we're ending this period right now, because we've had this period for too long, in my opinion, of hip hop being more of a vibe, where you catch a vibe, where you're the instinct of, okay, we're living larger than life, we're living in good times, we're rock stars, we're superstars, we're this, we're that, you know, we're gods among men, right? All these things obviously are hyperbole, they're, you know, exaggerations, but when you are in such positions as certain rappers are, which is in the positions of certain rock stars now, like Sleep Token and other people, other bands, you do get this feeling of euphoria, or you get this feeling, I wouldn't say euphoria, you get this feeling of, basically, you are larger than life, you are too big to fail, you are this, you are that. And that's the kind of confidence and the air that Trump kind of embodies. Every time you see him, every time you talk to him, he's always embellishing, he's always exaggerating, he's always using hyperboles. He's no matter if it's true or not, right, he's always going to set the message straight that it is like in the benefit of America. America's doing great, America's gonna do great, America's gonna do awesome, and with his help, with him being at the helm, it's gonna do great, right? It's kind of like a rapper saying, like, hey, you know, I am the top of my I'm the top of my class, or I'm the top of my not even the top of my class, I'm the top of my I guess production team. So the top of let's say something like TDE. Like, I'm the best that's coming out of TDE. I'm the best that's coming out of Young Money. I'm the best that's coming out of, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? You trusted me, and everything's gonna go great. And then that's why a lot of people say, oh, I'm the king of rap, I'm the king of hip hop, da 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 da. They're all competing, right? They're all making these myths that are larger than life. And you can, like, you know, everything is up for debate, right? But at the same time, I think it has some sort of truth when it comes to somebody that is really, really close to that apex, right? Like Kendrick, like a Lupe, like Eminem, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, they may have different skills, different S-tier skills in rap, like rhyming, maybe lyrical density, stuff like that. But at the end of the day, it's all, you know, some sort of myth to get to a certain point, you know what I'm saying? It's all in embodying something. Same with Playboi Carti and stuff like that. I mean, if you even look at, like, videos of him, like, being a simp for Iggy at some point, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, he's this guy, but, you know, he's simping over Iggy at some point, you know what I'm saying? Because he really does care about his son behind the scenes. Point is, yeah, myth making and Trump, I think they're very aligned, and I think that's why he fucks with hip hop or hip hop figures and respects hip hop to a certain degree. Even though I don't think he's came out about it and said anything about hip hop, I didn't really look this up in depth. I was just thinking about it because I was thinking about, like, how, you know, Trump embellishes and represents the manifest destiny in America, or is trying to embody that myth. And I was thinking about how many myths and legends and stories and stuff are in hip hop, because I was listening to old Kanye, Late Registration, very good stuff. But point is, this has been Frosty ID. I hope you enjoyed the Iceberg, and I guess I'll see you in the next one.